Well, guys, Cobra Kai is now over with. Season 6, Part 3, 5 episodes dropped on Netflix today. And I got to warn you guys, there will be spoilers here in this video. Okay, warning you right now. That being said, you got 2 seconds to click off the video if you have not seen it. 1, 2. Okay. This was by far the darkest 5 episodes in this whole entire show. Remember how they had a whole bunch of comedy and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. The theme was very, very dark. You see the burning of Kwan's body at his funeral back in South Korea. The whole theme of this show was dark. Mm-hmm. And boy, we got some major deaths too.
Explosion.
Yeah, definitely caught me off guard, to tell you the truth. I thought that this finale was fantastic. Did you?
I like it, but I do like the first part of season 6.
The first part of season 6 to me was the slowest because it was confusing you about, wait a minute, Miyagi's not really this good guy.
Yeah.
And they resolve all that together because there's a scene, they actually bring back Randy Heller as Daniel's mother. She plays an important role in this one scene with the pearl necklace that she gives Sam. Mm-hmm. That was Miyagi's wife's pearls, who actually died during World War II. And he gave it to Lucille to give it to Sam when the time was right. And Sam is going off to Okinawa instead of going to college. And it tied it all together. And remember they were talking about Mr. Miyagi, I guess, had like a arrest warrant or something in the first part. And like, that's not Miyagi. Come to find out, he had to fight to get those pearls back because they were taken from the internment camp after his wife died.
Yeah.
So Miyagi is redeemed. By the way, we have a CGI Miyagi. There's a dream sequence with Daniel. Call back to Karate Kid Part 1 with the skeletons. And Miyagi shows up in that dream, and him and Daniel are fighting. Not bad. My only criticism is that it looked very fake when Miyagi was talking.
Yeah, it sounds artificial. It doesn't sound like...
It sounded like him, but it wasn't matching his lips, what he was saying.
Yeah, but, when you look at Karate Kid, the first one, you would see the difference. Like he's talking, like the first one, like at the end of Cobra Kai, the last episode, he shows...
They did like that 2-second scene with Miyagi. Yeah.
With Miyagi, and that was natural, his talking.
It was more natural because he barely said anything, and I get this is a TV budget, but it didn't look the best.
No, when you look at the end of Cobra Kai where, the chopstick...
Yeah.
That Daniel was trying...
yeah, they show that scene. That's a flashback scene of the real Pat Morita there.
Yes.
So that's not anything CGI. CGI is probably always going to look somewhat fake. But to move on from that, the Saikai Taikai is back on in the All Valley.
That was a twist and turn.
Yeah.
Remember where... there was a tie between the fighting.
I called that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I predicted that because the Iron Dragons were in the lead. And Zara comes back, Atsul comes back, and Sam actually drops out. So, was it Tori? Yeah, it was Tori and Miguel. They actually beat Atsul and Zara. And you actually got like 10 points for a knockdown. And Miguel ended up knocking down Atsul. So he won, she won, the Saikai Taikai champions, but the final score was tied. So it goes down to the Senseis. And by the way, they're representing Cobra Kai, not Miyagi though. So there's this transformation now where Daniel has embraced Cobra Kai fully, along with Miyagi though. So he's out there in a black Cobra Kai suit as well. And Johnny has to fight Sensei Wolf.
Yeah, and the training was kind of like the Rocky
Yeah,
cartoon.
it was kind of like Rocky, and definitely on Sensei Wolf when he was fighting Johnny. You know, he's younger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
He was kind of pulling out some Karate Kid 3 dirty tricks
Yeah.
when he was fighting. But Johnny ended up winning. They were teasing the crane kick. I thought he was actually going to take him out with a crane kick because they were teasing that. They didn't do it though, but he ended up winning. Now, major deaths. You want to talk about that?
Not really.
Well, we got to talk about it because we got 3 major deaths. Sensei Kim, the old man, who is Kreese's and Terry Silver's master, gets murdered by his granddaughter. Remember, he actually wanted her to kill John Kreese because John Kreese, man, has almost a redemption arc, I would say.
Yeah, I like the part where Chris and Johnny, where Johnny expressed himself.
Oh, man, that was emotional.
It was emotional where he loved Chris because
he said he loved him.
Yeah, that he learned how to be confident and stuff like that because he has a bad family background. His mom died and then his dad treated him like trash.
Yeah, he had his stepdad and he looked up to Kreese and they hug it out. They didn't fully redeem John Kreese, but they did enough.
Yeah.
Because Terry Silver was about to kidnap Johnny's wife now, of course. Carmen and Johnny got married and they have the baby. Kreese was planning on kidnapping his daughter and his wife. And he tells Dennis from Karate Kid 3 to go and get him. And they're on a yacht. And then Kreese shows up and he kills Dennis.
Yeah, that was like
he saved Johnny.
unexpected.
He saved Johnny and Johnny didn't even know it.
Yeah.
And then major deaths 2 and 3. Kreese and Silver fight it out. Gasoline is on the yacht when they're fighting, falls down. Kreese has his cigar, of course. And Silver's trying to choke out Kreese. Kreese grabs his cigar, throws it up. And the whole entire yacht explodes. Him and Kreese are dead.
It's like Kreese in this episode, he redeemed himself, turned into a good person.
I wouldn't say necessarily that he was a complete good person. That's why I said they did just enough.
Yeah.
To give him a little bit of a redemption.
But Silver just wanted to take everybody down with him.
Yeah, Silver is completely evil. And one bad thing about this is nobody really is concerned about the whereabouts of Silver and Kreese once they die.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like. At least Daniel and Johnny should know about it.
Yeah. Nobody knows that they're dead. And I'm probably thinking they did that because at the end of the day, Kreese and Silver had nobody.
Yeah, but at least I would think Johnny would have some feeling for Chris' death. Because he does really love Chris and look up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also like where the whole episode where, you know, the student and at last Johnny, that is basically they know how to fight and win, but they don't have confidence. They are afraid.
Yeah, Johnny was having doubts.
Yes.
It was like Rocky 3 when Rocky was in the ring with Clubber Lang. Johnny had like no confidence, and then Daniel had to go full John Kreese on him because Daniel was his sensei in that fight.
Yeah.
And basically, you know, repeating what Kreese was telling him, really.
Yeah. And then he getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah. and he ended up winning the fight. And to wrap everything up, man, I mean, things worked out. Robbie and Tori, since they actually won, they got like endorsement deals. So I guess they're making a whole bunch of money. Cobra Kai is getting big in the valley, and Cobra Kai, run by Johnny, is working with Daniel. So they realized they balance each other. Cobra Kai is offense, Miyagi-Do is defense. So when students sign up for Cobra Kai, they go to Miyagi-Do to learn defense from Daniel. I like that they did that.
Yeah, I kind of like it where they combine together to see which part is good and which part is not.
Yeah.
And combine together to make the karate stronger.
Yeah. And Johnny and Carmen buy a house together. Everything is working out for everybody.
Yeah, I like the ending.
Yeah. Even Dimitri and Hawk are going to the same school now together.
Yeah.
And Miguel went to Okinawa. It was just like Karate Kid 2 when Mr. Miyagi was going to Okinawa.
Yeah.
And he's about to board the plane and Daniel runs up. And it was the same thing because Sam was about to board the plane and then Miguel runs up, says he's going to Okinawa with her.
Yeah, in all the episodes, there's a lot of memory flashback. It's
Flashbacks and callbacks.
Yeah, and mainly show like Karate 1.
Yeah, one thing I didn't like, because it was initially not Cobra Kai, but Iron Dragons cheated. Axel had broke Robbie's leg. And they went full-blown Karate Kid 1 again.
Yes.
I was like, why are you repeating the same thing? You got 15 minutes to recover. You did well out there, young man. Just like in Karate Kid 1. They did the same thing in the first season of Cobra Kai. But this time around, he didn't go back out there and fight. That was really the only difference right there.
Yeah. And they also show the same thing where Karate Kid, where Mr. Miyagi get a letter from Okinawa.
Yeah. The letter was for Chosen. It was from Kumiko.
Yeah.
And he got rejected by Kumiko. She loved him as a friend. But they brought in Saved by the Bell's Elizabeth Berkley in there. That kind of surprised me. And they were trying to play matchmaker with Chosen. Didn't really work out with them because Chosen ends up going back to Master Kim's granddaughter, who he had sex with.
Yeah,
in
he
part
went
2.
to South Korea. Right?
Yeah, they got back together because after she killed her grandfather, she became the master of that dojo.
Yeah, her grandfather is pretty much say it indirectly to kill him if she wants the dojo or something like that.
Yeah, remember he wanted her to kill Kreese because Kreese was getting soft after Kwan's death. He was starting to reflect on his life and everything that happened to him. That's why I said he isn't fully redeemed, but he was getting weak. He's not as bad as Master Kim or Terry Silver. So, anything else we need to add? This is pretty long a video we're talking about. There's a lot to talk about in this.
Yeah, but mainly focus on where the teacher is obviously, the mentor there was obviously to train the kid and then allows Johnny. But then there's also mental training, like the kids and Johnny, when they fight, they lose confidence. Because,
they definitely had some doubt.
Yeah, because the bad guy, they pretty much say like you can't win or something to lose their confidence.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot there was, there's always a cameo from previous Karate Kid movies in this. We didn't mention something. Daryl Vidal from Karate Kid 1, he's the guy that Johnny fought in the semifinals.
Yeah.
He's the referee in the Saikai Taikai matches. Mm-hmm. And also, if you're an NFL fan, Kevin Burkhardt from Fox Sports and Ryan Clark from ESPN, they're doing like the play-by-play. So they have a cameo also. Of course, Kevin Burkhardt was just in the Super Bowl on Sunday with Tom Brady. So I thought that was kind of funny right there that they brought him in for cameos. But as far as the only new cameo, Daryl Vidal comes back. as the referee. So very, very good ending. Looking forward to that Karate Kid movie with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. That's going to take place 3 years after the events of season 6, part 3 of Cobra Kai. So maybe they'll address maybe Kreese and Terry Silver's death. I don't know, probably not. So, but I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, be safe.
Goodbye.